Hey everybody, I'm going to try and do a quick lesson here about how I imitate major chord voicings from the 6-string guitar on the tap guitar. And I'm going to start with a voicing that is essentially the same thing as the open D that you would find at the bottom of the neck on a 6-string guitar, one of the first chords everybody learns. I'm going to play it here about the 10th fret on my instrument. It might be different on yours because I am tuned differently from most people, but I am tuned all in fourths on the guitar side. So if you are too, you can hopefully use this technique. Here we go. I've got a D as my low note. I'm going to play a fifth above it, an A, and then I'm going to play an octave above my lowest note, a D. I've got the so-called power chord here, but I'm going to hold that with these fingers and leave my middle finger free to play the major third up here. And this is the same voicing as the highest 4 strings of a 6-string guitar playing the open D chord down at the bottom. Now I have a lovely couple whose song is Crazy Little Thing Called Love that always come into my gigs. They're just incredibly pleasant people to be around, and so of course I've learned it to play for them. And that begins with a figure on this chord where you have a suspension going to the major third. And I'm going to imitate that right now by just playing the 1, the 5, and the suspension and resolving it down. And you can see how I'm tapping the root first to kind of imitate somebody on guitar doing a similar movement. Now I can try to get all 4 fingers in there. Let's see how this works. Hopefully it'll sound more full. Good, we're getting that pretty good. Now let's add the bass line. 2, 3, 4. Get the idea. So I can move this voicing all around with the chords of this song, which are all major chords, and play the entire song. Even if you're on a cross tuning, this is high up enough on the neck that you probably will be able to still play bass lines. Hopefully you'll be able to play that kind of walking bass line. 1, 3, 5, 6 is what I'm doing here. Let me know in comments if you're on a cross tuning, if that's possible to do. I'm going to make it more difficult now because I also play some country tunes occasionally. Not a big fan of country, but boy, I sure love Buck Owens' Tiger by the Tail. It always goes over well at a gig. And what can you say about a song that only has 2 short verses and a lot of great jamming on the guitar in between? So in this case, I'll play it up here, which would be equivalent to an E chord played on a 6-string guitar with the root on the 5th string at the 7th fret. So I've got this chord. And you can see I'm doubling it in my bass hand, which fortunately in my tuning is just right there. It's so easy to play. I love it. I can't stop. I'm addicted. Anyway, I'm going to follow the bass line with my index finger on my guitar side hand, like a guitar player would do if he was playing in a country band and wanted to get all that fancy stuff in there. Let's see how this goes. So as you can see, it's kind of important to hold the chord while you move the bass note, and it's hard to do. And that's the fun I've been having with these chords, imitating guitar. So hopefully these techniques will be kind of useful to you if you want to try to imitate the sound of guitars. You can see how I'm bouncing from my index finger to my other fingers to make that rhythm happen.